I asked you to take a little bit of a pause there with Christian Pulisic because I'm going to start with you on this question. All these three players are missing, are set to miss the 2025 Gold Cup here coming up. Are you cool with it?
Depends on the messaging, and the messaging has been very strange. If it was a situation where Pochettino or Matt Crocker or somebody comes out and says, look, we know what we're going to get from Christian. He's been dealing with an injury for a while. He's had a really busy campaign the last couple years. We're going to give him the summer off, and we're going to look at some other guys just in case he's not available for us at a World Cup. I also wouldn't have seen a problem with, we want you to come in for the 2 friendlies, be part of the team, then take a break. Or take a break first, and instead of going back to preseason, why don't you do preseason with the national team? See, a few of us used to do preseason with the national team because we knew our position was secure at our club. So we didn't need to be there fighting for it. Oh yeah, we'll stay in the States, make some bonus money, have some great games, go back 10 days before the season starts, play the last preseason game, and go. Now, I've also seen situations where coaches have not called players into Gold Cups because they've said, you need to be with your team to earn a spot, to make sure you're playing more regularly. If you miss all of preseason, I don't know when or if you get into the starting lineup. So I understand all those situations, but yeah, there was a lot of strange conversations and messaging coming from the national team. Yes.
I could not agree more with you, Case. I think the messaging here is just so strange by U.S. soccer, and I'm sure at some point we'll get more context from that. But what they're essentially saying in one sense with Antonee Robinson is like, no, this is a medical issue. Antonee Robinson is injured. You know, he doesn't train, he only plays. So he's not that injured to stop.
And we've all been there. We've all been there.
But he's got to play, right? And Christian Pulisic, he asked for time off. He's still playing, and we saw it. Both of them played their last game of the season, but one is medical, the other one is not. Players play injured all the time.
Right.
And if you're a player like Antonee Robinson or if you're a player like Christian Pulisic, you've got more right on the line than most. Antonee Robinson has a looming $60 million potential transfer with a team like Liverpool that could go down, could define his standing in world football, could define his future. He's going to be fine with the U.S. men's national. I mean, Christian Pulisic has been dealing with a chronic hip issue that if he doesn't sort out right now, is going to keep nagging leading up into a World Cup year. And I hear this all the time from fans. The discourse is, well, you really need the team together. It's the last go you're going to have before the World Cup. You really need them together. I ask you, my brother in Christ, you've got 4 guys that played in a World Cup on this national team. Like, what are you going to get? You've got players coming back from injury. You got some players who aren't even there. You've got 16 Major League Soccer players that weren't there before. Like, to get who together? If anything, Pochettino may identify a player or two, but that's all you're getting from this camp.
Look,
so I think I go back to you. The messaging is just a little strange, and because there's a lack of transparency, Case, it just leads people to go down paths they shouldn't.
I've been on national teams where guys played 14 out of the 18 World Cup qualifiers and didn't go to the World Cup or didn't play in the World Cup. And then somebody who didn't play in any of the World Cup qualifiers plays in a World Cup.
That's me.
So I'm not too worried.
And I've been on the other side of that where I played all the World Cup qualifiers.
That's what I'm saying.
Got injured. And didn't, so it's
So it really is a case right now of still trying to figure out who you can trust, what partnerships you can trust, what little, where is this person's best position? Did this guy emerge?
Right.
And it really, when you're really looking, start talking to me in January before the World Cup.
If I may, Chris, I don't know what U.S. soccer gets out of throwing their face under the bus, because they made a point. They pointed out this is Christian Pulisic's camp that's asking for this. They didn't say the same about Antonee Robinson. So I ask myself, what do they get from this? Like, it's not just that the wording is wrong here, that the message is wrong here. They're going about completely the wrong way. I've already spoken about how unlikable this team is. What you don't want is the fan base to think that the face of U.S. soccer is the most unlikable, and that's where you're going down.
Yeah, the wishy-washy messaging, of course, confuses the fan, and it also makes them not have trust in this team, which already seemed to be a problem, and it just kind of, if you have to over-explain yourself, it's not a good look.
No, it should be really simple.
In whatever situation you're in, but anyway, there's no over-explaining this reminder that ESPN FC is available daily on ESPN+.